Rudy King with 49th Parallel. I'm going to talk to you guys today about the I.L.B.E again. What I'm going to be talking about is the new trend that I've been seeing out there of people. I don't know if it's new, it's probably old actually. But a trend out there of people purchasing the I.L.B.E and then just hacking it up and destroying it, in my opinion, and changing it from all that it is. So, if you own I.L.B.E and you're thinking about cutting all the 2 pounds to 3 pounds worth of extra weight off of it that you think you can get off of it, I wouldn't do it. I'd advise against it. Way more pros than cons of keeping that 2 pounds of extra stuff on there. Yeah, I'm going to discuss why I haven't removed anything and the modifications that I have done to it has actually increased it, or why I keep it the way it is, and what little things, how it benefits me. So out there, there's lots of people who will, I've seen one guy, I can't remember his name, but he took off all the molle off the top lid. He took off all the molle down here on the back panels. I think he actually even cut this off. Cut off all the molle here, took off these lower straps, took off all the floor straps off the side, cut the sleeve off of it. Just totally murdered a great pack. He even took off the shoulder straps and hip belt that comes with it and put on some flimsy, cheesy one. And the I.L.B.E was designed to carry massive amount of gear. It's meant to carry weight. They say it could take 120 pounds worth of weight when it's fully loaded, and I've had it close to that. I think the most I've ever had it was like 110, 115. Oh my goodness, that thing was heavy, but man, even though it was heavy, it was still more comfortable than a lot of other packs I've used out there that took that weight. So yeah, the 2-3 pounds that these guys are cutting off this pack is just not worth it to me. So I keep it on there, and I've actually gone a little further and added some things. So on your normal setup, you have 3 of these straps that are quick buckles, and then up here this strap was just a cinch strap. Well, I turned this cinch strap into a buckled strap by putting 2 buckles on either side. So I got a buckle here for a quick buckle and a buckle here for quick buckle. Why did I put a quick buckle on there? Well, if I'm using it for mountaineering or carrying a snow picket or anything, I like being able to just unclip it real fast to be able to get it out versus cinching it. I think that they'd have been better if they'd have done this a quick buckle and then this or this one, these two, as cinch. That way you could just either have a cinch down tight or just have something held on there by the quick buckles and be able to quick buckle it off. So that's why I've left them on there. Definitely leave this panel on here. As you can see, my kukri fits in there perfectly in that panel. So yeah, why take off that panel? And then if you could find the sustainment pouches, these big pouches that go on here, I'd love to find them. Then you could even increase more volume by getting those on either side. So why cut it off when you could add stuff to it? I got just a magazine pouch on opposing sides. Water bottle fits in there pretty good, or anything else that you want to put in there. If you're wondering, this is the BKT Reinhardt Kukri by Blackjack Knives, made in the 90s. That's not the BK21 K-Bar knockoff, that's the real deal. Another thing I've done to my pack is I put these Holland loops on the front. Now these are really nice because when you're hauling a lot of gear and there's a lot of weight on your back and you want to bring that pack even further, you could just put your hands through these and pull down, put your arm weight down on it, and it'll help pull that pack closer to your body and make it a little bit more comfortable for a little while. I also can stick my ice axe through here and hold down on my ice axe. I reinforce it with Kevlar thread around the aluminum stays through the pack, so that just makes that more burlier. I had 100 and some odd pounds in it on this one trip, winter mountaineering trip last year, and when I went to lift the pack, it started ripping the stitching there, which I got to fix, but that's minor. It does come with 3 points to carry it: the center, shoulder, drag handle, and you got 2 side handles. Now guys are taking off the hose. Comes with some gasoline rubber hose around the drag handles, and guys are cutting those off of there to save on weight, but I left it on there because now it's a good tape dispenser. I got electrical tape top and bottom up here, and it will unroll and roll on. So I got electrical tape at the ready at all times, and on this drag handle over here I got duct tape, which I gotta add some more to it because you will find uses for that stuff out there. So it's a good easy spot to keep my tape, and if I need to drag, it don't interfere with using the handle at all. So that's a nice thing about leaving that on there. Another thing that I did was under my lid here. Let me pop my lid, and you can tell this is a tall pack. So this ice axe is 70 centimeters. So you can see how tall that pack is right now, but I've got it even taller before. So another thing I did is up here you have this point load strap that tied to the back of your pack and comes over the top and clips down into this buckle. Well, it just was too short for the amount of gear I will haul on some occasions. Sometimes I get this baby way up here, so I added this extra buckle in here so I can get a lot more stuff underneath there. If I'm carrying climbing rope, I'll put my climbing rope underneath that and cinch it down. Gore-Tex gear, jacket, anything. That way I could strap that down tight and it'll hold it down there, and I don't have to worry about my lid. Just a lot of people just stuff stuff underneath your lid and hope that it holds, but it can fall out because you get snagged on stuff. So I added that on there, so I just have a little bit more length to be able to get that up there. A couple mods that I am going to be doing at some point is trying to figure out how I could get some molle on the side of my hip belt, so I could put a pouch there to have my compass or whatever in, but I would really like to have some molle on here to be able to put something there. That's the nice thing about this pack and all the molle and everything that it comes with. It's so you can strap things to it and add more to it and be able to carry more weight. It's not designed to be a little 30-pound, bug out bag or pack. It's meant to carry some gear, and and there's so many uses for the stuff that's on there. You can use all the webbing for splinting, for tourniquets, for lashing stuff down. You can cut it all apart and tie it together and be able to make an improvised seat harness. I mean, I could cut them off there and use it for a splint, like with my ice axe. If I ever have a problem where I break a leg and I need to have, a splint, I could splint my ice axe right to my leg with tubular webbing or flat webbing. If I don't have any, I could cut that off and then sew it back on later. So the pros to having it all outweigh the fact that you're going to cut off 2 or 3 pounds off the pack. If you're looking for a small pack, get yourself a small pack. But if you're going to be carrying some weight or some bulk, some serious cubic inches, you want to have it on there. I strap all sorts of stuff, mountaineering gear, strap my tent to it on the outside, my prospecting gear. I have my prospecting gear strapped to it. My backpack gold dredge, I can strap all to the back of it. So yeah, I keep my straps on there. I kept it just the way it was and added some, and I'm going to customize it to be able to hold more and carry more, because that's what it's designed to do. So if you're out there thinking about cutting off all the stuff off your I.L.B.E, you know, to save 2 pounds, go for an extra walk a week, you know. Go hit the gym for an extra hour. Earn a couple pounds of muscle that's going to carry a couple pounds of weight. That's what you do. Don't cut up a beautifully designed and made pack just because you're trying to save a couple pounds. You know, leave that E-tool at home, or you know, sift through your gear. I've never weighed that pack empty. I've always weighed packs when they're full. And if it's too much weight for me for the mission, then I'll see what I can get rid of as far as the gear in my bag, not what can I chop off my bag to do it. Because once you start cutting stuff off of there, you're weakening the integrity of all the stitches and the seams. It's not worth it. Don't do it. So yeah, to all you guys out there hacking up your I.L.B.E, I hope you don't regret it, but it's 2 pounds, guys. Quit acting like a bunch of girls, you know. Not that big of a deal. Well, that was my little rant on that. So my next video is going to be me setting up the I.L.B.E. So everything that's in that pack is considered my bug out bag right now as it sits. I have everything I need to sustain myself for 72 hours or longer. And it's got my shelter and everything. And my next video I'm going to shoot down here in a minute is going to be me pulling out everything, setting up my shelter setup, how I do it with what I have, and you guys can check that out. So stay tuned. If you like my video, like it, subscribe if you're new and haven't subscribed. Any questions or comments, positive or negative, leave them below. Thanks for watching. Signing off.